Welcome to another edition of Mark's Inspiration. Glad you could join me today. Got a big shout out to Josh. I saw him at work last night. He told me he was watching my videos and they helped him. And that's one of the things that's the big payoff here, is knowing that I'm helping people. Because whenever I help someone else, I'm kind of selfish like all of us. There's got to be a motive for me. So whenever I help someone else, it helps me multiplicatively. If you ever figure that out, or you need to figure that out, whatever you give away in life comes back to you multiplicatively. Whatever you take from people in life is taken from you multiplicatively. That's a difficult word. But thanks for watching, Josh. I'm glad this is helping you, and I appreciate your feedback. And here we go. Today's topic is, where are your adversaries? Yeah, you're thinking, what? What are you talking about? Your adversaries. Excuse me. The things, people, places that are against you. Well, it's not out there. Think about this. You see this beautiful girl, right? Oh my God, she is stunning. Okay, you think, I'm gonna go talk to her. But what happens? The voices within your head. She won't like you. Who are you? She wouldn't want anything to do with a guy like you. She's probably got a boyfriend. All these things, all these voices, these thoughts in your head, they're telling you that you're not good enough, that she wouldn't want anything to do with you. As far as you know, she saw you, and she thought you were the greatest thing she ever seen. She would like to get to know you. But of course, girls are not going to approach men. It's very rare. So she puts herself in a position where you can approach her. But because you got this conversation in your head telling you you're not good enough, or that she won't want anything to do with you, or that she may reject you, or what will people think if you go up and talk to her and she ignores you, you don't approach her. So who loses? Both of you. You both lose. Okay? You did not do what your first intuitive thought was, and that was to talk to her. To talk to her. Simple as that. What is so frightening about that? It's your expectations of what is going to happen. But if you had just approached her instead of thinking, that's the problem. You think, you think, you think. Sometimes it's best not to think. I mean, our rational, conscious mind is good. There are times when we have to think. Okay, when I'm bidding a job, I need to write the numbers down, I need to add them up, and that is thinking. I have to think about that. But if I get an intuitive thought to call someone, to talk to someone, or if I see someone, or I decide when I'm driving down the road that I should stop by and talk to Bill or Bob or Joe, and I don't do that because I start thinking, well, why would I want to do that? He's probably not home. He probably doesn't want me to stop by, or it's late, or it's this, or it's that. That is not the higher self speaking to you. That is your lower conscious mind, which has its place speaking to you. And that is where your adversaries are. It's not out there in the world. It's not that crazy driver. It's not the boss who is mean to you. All of that is coming from within you. And there's nothing to fix out there in the outer world. No one or nothing. The only thing you need to fix is yourself. Fix, I don't like to use the word fix because that implies you're broken. None of us are broken. We're exactly where we're supposed to be. Guess what? We're perfect right where we are. If you look in the mirror and you don't like what you see, accept that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Maybe not where you desire to be, but just stop and think about this. If you had everything you wanted and the world was exactly how you wanted it to be, wouldn't that be boring? I mean, it would. It would be boring. Yeah, it would be great for what? A day, 2 days maybe. But after that, it would be boring if there were no challenges. Because as men, we have to have challenges. I'm not sure about women in that respect, but I know as men, we have to have challenges. We like danger. We like risk. To fully be alive and to feel alive, we have to have risks. Sometimes we make things so safe in the world that life is boring. Now, I'm not telling you to go out there and risk your life, although that is exciting if you're into it. But what I am telling you is, as a man, until you take some risks, you will never feel fully alive. You've got to have some risks in your life. Look at some of the greatest successes in the world, whether it be athletics, finances, relationships, Casanova type people, pickup artists. They take risks, and they take risks every day. Now, you don't want to go out there and take the biggest risk you can think of, right now, unless you're up for it. But what you do is every day when you confront something, or when you meet a fearful situation, you confront that. You face that fear and you overcome it. And this raises your threshold and gives you more self-esteem and more self-worth. Just little things. Let's say you're at the gas station. The girl working behind the counter is somewhat attractive. And your first thought is to say some witty thing about the gas pump, anything. But you think, no, I'm not going to do that. She just works here. She doesn't want to talk to me. Okay? So you don't do it. You didn't follow that intuitive thought. That weakens you. That lowers your self-esteem. Not so dramatically that you're going to notice it in that moment. And in the contrast of that, if you say something to her, it won't raise your confidence dramatically where you'll notice it. I'll guarantee you, you will feel better when you walk away. But each time you face and confront one of these small fears, you become stronger within yourself, where the enemy lies. And the enemy, your adversaries, are these voices in your head, these thoughts. Unless you have audible voices. I did have a friend once long ago, and he was diagnosed as schizophrenic. He heard audible voices. Now, the only difference between the voices he heard and the ones that other people hear in their head is he heard them audibly. But also the doctor who prescribed him medicine for that and told him not to go to work, eventually this man did go to work. I'm not saying the doctor was wrong. The doctors do whatever they believe is best for the patient, and they only work with what they have. But he went against the wishes of the doctor, and he went to work. He ended up getting a job as a pipe fitter, made great money, and actually had a wonderful life. And then he started drinking or something and screwed it all up again. But for years, his life was good. Okay, he got involved with some girl, and what do they say? Under every dress, there's a slip. Okay, you have to be careful because women are dream killers. That's a phrase I heard. Now, women are not actually the dream killers, but it's your desire, it's your obsession, it's your focus on women that can kill your dreams. You put too much focus on your relationship with that woman, you put them on a pedestal. What they say, what they do becomes too important to you, more important than your vision, your purpose, your dream, and thus your dream starts to die because your focus is off of your mission and your purpose. So it's not the women that kill your dreams, and it's not the women that do anything to you. You are the leader. You are the one who is supposed to lead. You set the frame. She either follows you or she doesn't. Comply or goodbye. Now that sounds terrible, but this is what women want. Women want a strong man. They want to feel equal to every man except the man that they are in a relationship with, an intimate relationship. Now they may tell you that's not true, but look at what they respond to. Look at what they react favorably to. Look at the kind of men they go out with. I'm sure if you look around, you can find, I know several people that have been married for years and their husbands are jerks. They have other women. They do all this, but the husband provides and protects this woman, and this woman stays with, these women stay with these men. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that the men beat the women. I don't think that's the case. But what I am saying is this man takes care of himself. He provides for himself. He's got a mission. He's got a purpose. And I know several men like this. And these women, beautiful women, stay with these men all their lives. Now, logically and rationally, that doesn't make sense, right? But attraction is not a choice. It's not a logical thing. Think about the last girl you was attracted to. Was there any logic involved in that? No, you seen her, she was beautiful, maybe her voice was soft and nice, there was just something about her that you were attracted to her. And you've seen other women that you know are beautiful, but you don't have that, you don't feel that attraction. It's the same way with women. When they're attracted to a man, you can't make someone attracted to you. They either will be attracted to you or they won't. Okay, but from the initial attraction, you can destroy it or you can build it up by the way you show up. And the way you always want to show up as a man is confident, strong, secure in yourself. You need to be the mountain, you need to be the rock, because women have these emotional storms they go through. They're up and they're down, and they need someone who's stable. Now, as a man, you're going to have the same feelings as a woman has sometimes, because we have feminine and masculine sides. But you have to learn to control your emotions. You have to be somewhat stoic. There's a time and a place to express your emotions. It's okay to cry if you're a man. Don't cry in front of your woman. I've done that, okay? It's not good. It never ends well. Now, modern society tells us that you should be able to do that. Share your feelings with your woman. No. Now, I'm not telling you not to share your feelings if she disrespects you. You need to say something. You need to say, look, I don't like that. Don't do it again. Now, she may try to argue with you, rationalize it, try to get you to agree with her. That's it. You're a man. You say it, okay? She does it again, you withdraw your attention. It's called the soft, I can't remember what it is. Rich Cooper uses it. But anyway, you back off your attention. Attention is the coin of gold for women. Now, if you don't think that's true, look at social media. These girls get thousands, hundreds of likes on their profile. That's so important to them on Instagram, for example. The more attention they get, the more validation they feel, okay? So they may not value the attention from all these simps that are chasing them around and throwing money at them and throwing themselves at them, but still it's important, but not as valuable as the attention that they want from a certain man, which might be you. But attention is the coin of gold for women. When your woman or woman you like is not acting or treating you with the respect and she is not submitting to your frame, you need to withdraw your attention. Sometimes you just have to walk away completely. But you can softly withdraw your attention. Okay, you don't have to withdraw completely. She'll get the message. Let her understand by her feminine intuition. That's the way she wants to figure things out. You cannot tell her anything covertly. You just as well walk up to the door in your room right now and tell it to the door. That's about how much good it will do to tell a woman something directly. They do not operate on a logical plane. Now, I'm not saying that women can't use logic, but 99.9% of the time in a relationship, you cannot negotiate with a woman. You cannot negotiate desire with a woman. She either desires you or she doesn't. Now, as men, sometimes we logically think, well, this is how it is. I'll just tell her. Doesn't work that way. Try it. See how it works. Hey, if that works for you, great. I don't think it will. It may appear to work for a short time, and then you will find out she's going out with the Chad that hangs out down at the bar that doesn't have a job, that's a badass that gets in fights all the time. Okay? I've seen it happen many times in my life, and I've been around a while. I've actually been the Chad sometimes, and a couple other times I wasn't the Chad. One of my ex-wives left me for the guy who just got out of jail, was wearing the ankle bracelet, and was dealing methamphetamine. There you go, huh? And you know what she told me? You're a good husband and a good father. I just can't live this kind of life. It's not you. There you go. And I'm sitting there thinking, what the hell is this? I understand completely now. That was in the middle of my life. Now, in the first part of my life, I was the Chad. I wasn't the guy out of jail selling methamphetamine, but I was the bad boy, the player, the lover. I had all the women. And then I tried to conform to society's idea, which some people now call blue pill, to what they say a good husband or a good lover, a good man is supposed to be. Let me see, that was 3 marriages ago? Yeah, I'm a slow learner, but I finally got it. I finally realized, I read this book called The Rational Male. I recommend it to all of you guys. Okay, and it explained to me why what I did between the ages of 15 and 30 worked so well. I had women, I had like a harem, okay? At one time I had a wife, I had a steady girlfriend, I had a not so steady girlfriend, and I had other girls I was sleeping with. Now all these girls knew, including my wife, that I had other women, but I took care of them. Nobody messed with my girlfriends. If anybody did, they paid the price. Okay? It's that simple. I protected them. They had nothing to worry about when they were with me. But they knew I had other women. None of these women ever tried to hurt me or do anything to me or get me in trouble. And at that time, I was doing some things against the law. I was riding my motorcycle, I was drinking, I was driving, I would get in fights. I was quite the wild person, okay? And anytime they could have called the cops on me and got me busted for certain things because I did some drugs and had drugs with me. They never did that. Never. Now, when I decided to conform to Blue Pill, as they call it now, the steady, dependable provider husband, it was just the opposite. These women divorced me, destroyed my finances. I lost everything 2 or 3 times, almost lost my freedom. They tried to throw me in jail with false accusations. And I'm like, why is this happening? I mean, they only had things that they made up to try to get me in trouble, to try to throw me in jail. These other women before had actual things that I was actually doing that were against the law, okay? And that was many years ago. The statute of limitations has ran out, so that's why I can talk about it, okay? But probably all of us, if we look back on our lives, have broken the law at one time or another. But the point I'm making is these women respected me when I was younger and I was living that badass lifestyle. But when I became the man that the world or society, the husband, tells us that we need to be, that we're supposed to be, that women say they want, they lost interest in me. They lost respect for me. They didn't want to be with me. And they went out with the guy that I was like when I was in my younger years, between the ages of 15 and 30. So go figure, huh? But this story I'm telling you, that has happened to many people. It's not just happened to me. But when I read The Rational Male, it explained this about hypergamy, about evolutionary programming desires, the reptilian brain, why men and women, the dynamics of the relationships, why they are as they are. So that really helped me a lot. I must admit at first I was a little pissed off about it because I thought, what the hell did I do all these years? But you know when you know, and I found out, discovered when I was supposed to. So it's not about treating women badly though. It's not that. It's about being the man that all men want to be like and being the man that all women want to be with. And that is not the man that social media, TV, movies, unless you watch some of the older movies with Paul Newman, watch some of his movies. That's the kind of man that women are attracted to, regardless of what they say. 60 years of women's liberation is not going to change 200,000 years of evolution of man being here on earth, man and woman. That's about how long we've been here. Now we've evolved from very primitive, primitive beginnings, we'll say it that way. But still, we still have the reptilian brain, and as I've said before, just as you are attracted to a young, beautiful, fertile woman, in contrast to an older woman who's not so beautiful, who's past the age of childbearing, okay? Women are attracted to men for their inner strength, their outer strength, their dominance, their physique, their status, and all these things, okay? This is what attracts women to men. So become a man of high status. Get rid of those adversaries, or at least know how to confront those adversaries within yourself, because that's where they are. The outer world is just bearing witness or showing you what is going on in here. There can be no enemy without if there is no enemy within. That's an old African proverb. The enemy is within you and it shows itself to you on the outside. Really, it's a gift. When these things happen to you, it's showing you what you need to confront within yourself. And when you confront and deal with that within yourself, it will disappear in the outer world. And the man you become, when you become a man of high status in here, the world will bear witness to that. It will show you who you are. Right now, the world is showing you who you are. Your world, all the people in it, your environment, your room, your house, your job, everything is bearing witness to the kind of person you are on the inside, the consciousness you have at this moment. But here's the good news. If you don't like that, you can change your consciousness, but only you can do it. All right, and if you keep watching here, I share every day on how you can do that. It's a process. You didn't get to where you are overnight. And you're not going to get to where you want to be overnight. It's a process. It takes persistence. It takes determination. And nobody, including me, can do your push-ups for you. You have to do them yourself. So get down today. Do 1 push-up and 1 sit-up. Tomorrow do 2. The next day do 3. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. Believe in yourself. And when you do, the world will bear witness to that, and other people will see you as that. They will love you. They will enjoy you. They will want to be with you. Smash that like button. Subscribe. Got a video coming out every day. Have a great day.